Hello everyone, this is Theme Park Central, and in today's video I'm going to be having a look at some of the most recent Disney news, and this is the first really good batch of news since Iger took over the shows that stuff isn't being budget cut as much, and this is like the first result against Chapek's regime. So this is going to be very interesting to see if they can continue this good news up because we love some good news in the Disney community. The Disney dining plan has come back in an altered form with the Disney dining card being given out to some hotel guests, and it's kind of a bit complicated, but basically you can get some of your meals there free based on how much you're paying for your hotel. So this is nice that the dining plan's kind of coming back. Hopefully it will come back in full form eventually, and that this is hinting at that. In response to a just the guests not being happy with the upkeep of the rides on Small World. There was a layer of dirt on the boats. It was just not good. It's a lot of grime on the boats, and Space Mountain was getting dirty as well. Rides were not being uh, upkept correctly, so they have been cleaned. Disney has listened to the guests, which is a bit of a change, and they have cleaned Space Mountain, Small World, a lot of rides at Disney. So this is great news for just keeping up with the attractions at Disney World. And then Tron now has an official opening date. It will be opening April 4th. So that is right after the end of the 50th anniversary, I think, or maybe it's at the very end. So it will come out then. Yeah, I am quite excited to ride this ride. It seems pretty interesting. It's on the shorter side, which is a shame, but it is a nice addition to the Magic Kingdom's lineup. And then the Harmonious Show barges, the taco barges, they are officially being removed, all five of them, and they're not coming back. So it is surprising that they were just throwing away these, but this shows that change in leadership, and they will be removed around April when Epcot Forever replaces Harmonious. So great news here, because yeah, the barges just they sat there during the daytime and they did not accomplish much in that part of the day. And then hotel parking fees, which were brought into the parks a few years ago when Chapek was chairman of the Parks and Resorts, they have been removed. And yeah, great news, just taking out all the cost cutting and that kind of stuff and giving, it should be a perk, part of you're paying a lot to stay on Disney property. There should be certain perks to make you want to stay there. And this is just a great move by Bob Iger, Josh D'Amaro. He's really been promoting all of these changes, and they're doing a pretty good job there in management. So hopefully they can keep up the good work. More good news. No more park passes, well, for some parts of the day, will be needed for annual pass holders. This is great news. Hopefully they take them away altogether at some point. It seems like that's in the distant future or may not even happen, but we'll see what becomes of park passes. But they took them away for like after 2 o'clock, you don't need one, weekdays, stuff like that. So it's still got a lot of restrictions to it, but this makes it at least a little bit easier for annual pass holders to pop into the parks on any day. And then, as far as the nighttime entertainment goes, some of the old offerings are going to be brought back on April 3rd. Happily Ever After in an altered version will replace Enchantment on the 3rd, and same with Epcot Forever. That will replace Harmonious on the 3rd. So my opinions on the two old shows, the two shows are getting replaced. Enchantment, it wasn't like that bad of a show, but it just wasn't quite, you know, the fireworks weren't crazy. It didn't have as much like big moments, but it was still a decent show. But Happily Ever After, it's a lot better. We'll see what they change to it, but yeah, great that it's coming back. And then Epcot Forever, which was kind of a temporary show, but for that it's going to be coming back to be another temporary show, and then they're probably going to make a new show at the end of 2023 or around that time. So hopefully they do that show well, and yeah, hopefully they can really nail some of these shows down. Happily Ever After, I suspect that can be the replacement for a while, but Epcot Forever, that's just a temporary. So yeah, this is great, harmonious. Wasn't that good of a show? Just the pacing and like it kind of went all over the place. And the barges were nice. They used those barges a lot better for the New Year's show, I found, than they did for Harmonious. But the barges are leaving, thankfully, so they don't have to worry about incorporating that into the show. We'll see what they come up with next, but yeah, it's going to be a bit of a change in the nighttime shows for Disney World. So that is going to do it for this video of great Disney news. Please make sure to subscribe and like to stay tuned for all the latest news. And this is Theme Park Central. Bye.